I kind of have a break in the action here with the commuter wagon, my one owner 67 Mercury. So while I wait for my Amazon parts to get here tomorrow, I'm gonna go driving around in the country and I'm gonna find some other projects. I know what you're thinking. You're like, you have a tractor that's a project. You have a commuter that's a project. You have a Corvette that's a project. Your entire life is a project. Maybe. By now, hopefully you guys know the deal. I'm heading away from the densely populated areas, the newer roads with the newer houses and the fast food restaurants, and I'm trying to get out away from everything to find the cars, trucks, motorcycles, mini bikes, go-karts, high-performance parts. I'll know it when I see it, stuff out there. So we're heading away from Apollo Beach, and I'm trying to find a road that goes alongside the main road that maybe used to be the main road, because that's where a lot of that older population's hanging out right now. That's where a lot of those older houses and stuff have kind of become repositories for old vehicles and stuff. So let's go find them. This is so odd, just a side road now. I'm not gonna go inside there. I'm not gonna cross past this fence here, or the gate. But take a look at this house. Totally deserted. Is this owned by somebody? Could it be bought? But while I was sitting here, I saw that. Let's go look at that truck. You see a lot of signs back here that say dead end, no turnaround. Well, that means that there's very little traffic on those roads. So when you run across a truck like that one, you can rest assured that not a lot of people see that. That's not a bad look. 58 maybe? 58, 59? I like that one. Now, as I've told you guys to do before, when you see something like that, make sure that you take a picture of the cross signs, like the one at the end of the street, this road and this road. That way you can Google that later on, especially if you have a house number, and maybe you can come back later on, see if you can find somebody home and see if they'll sell you that truck. Just 3 houses down on the same side of the road. A little bit of rust down in the cab corner, so typical on a Chevy, as we all know. 81 to 87 body style, going up in value big time these days. Once again, write down the street name and the number there. You can come back later on, put it in your GPS, try to find that thing again, see if you can wind up talking the owner out of it. There's the other side of that 58 or 59, maybe a 60. I don't know my trucks in this era very well. I like that one though. True, it's not even approaching an old vehicle, but there's no for sale sign, and it's sitting there with high grass around it and dirt all over it, leaves at the base of it. How long has that been sitting there, and why? It's a moment of decision. You're thinking to yourself, dead end, there's like 2 houses down there. Well, that's exactly where you're gonna find the cool car. You gotta go down this road. Man, we've got the craziest zoning ever in the state of Florida. You'll find like a $5 million house right next to a single wide trailer. I gotta take a moment and just take that in. Is that another Caddy? Let's look at how the windshield's made. Is that the same? First of all, that hearse is bad. If you ever want to look like a dork in front of your friends, call it a Hearst instead of a hearse. Hearst and Hearse are both brand names. Hearst was the shifter company, continues to be H-U-R-S-T. The company that's known for making these is Hearse, H-E-A-R-S-E. But oh, that's so cool. See the twin fogs on there, all the stainless around the doors? Oh, we gotta get a straight shot on that grill. Look at that. Wait, what? Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 59 Caddy. That is a 59 right there. It's a quadruport crew cab. What? This is one of those side streets I've told you about. Wow. There's got to be more stuff in that row. There's just got to be. I'm going to go back and get the address of that. This is not going to sneak by me. By the way, if you happen to notice in the background here and there all of these circus rides, Gibsonton, Florida, otherwise known as Gibtown, is the place where all of the circus workers across the United States come back home to. And they bring all of the trailers and all the rides and stuff with them, and they stay here till it's in season again. It's been asserted that old people wind up being down here in Florida. I can relate to it. That dude's like, you know what? I'm going to need an extra wheel. I'm going to need some triangulation so I don't fall off this damn thing. Also, check out the Camaro with the ultra sweet hood. That's an 82 to 85 Camaro. Almost certainly came with the little 4-popper in it. I like the van. This is right on the edge of the water too. See the ships over there? Just right on the edge of a big marina. I guess it would be a good time to talk about Facebook Marketplace. It's become useless lately. Every time you see an ad, it's either somebody trying to scam you from Cameroon, or it's a situation where they know what they got. And, you know, if you place something on there for sale, it's always going to be, is this still available? And then you say yes, and they never respond ever again. This is so much more of an organic way to pull off finding a vehicle. You're just driving in your car and you're just going down roads, and like the guy as I drove by just then waved at me and I waved back at him. It's a way to kind of get out there and get to know people, because even if you stop somebody at somebody's house and they have a car for sale, even if they're like, nope, absolutely not for sale, take a minute and talk to the guy about his car, man. Everybody likes to talk about their car. But take a little while and just discuss things and get to know him and stuff. And maybe during the conversation, you'll say, oh, I love so-and-so cars. Well, I got a buddy who has one of those, and I think it's for sale. So this socialization and this interactivity with these people that you haven't met yet is only going to be good. Unless, of course, it's not. But most of the time, it'll be good. Random Pimpala SS, or is it SS Impala, sighting in the Gibsonton area. That's a good looking car there. I'm amazed that a black car could still have any kind of decent paint on it in Florida. Once again, these dead-end streets are the exact streets that you want to take. You kind of feel like, man, there's no way this is going to pay off. There's just a couple houses down there. But these are the ones that nobody ever goes down. So that means there's a better chance of something sitting back in here that's undiscovered. Welcome to Florida, where this is a street. Swamp on the right. I have a feeling that an alligator is gonna pretty much eat me. Look at that. See that swamp right there? Man, you know there's a critter in there that's just waiting to consume some human flesh. Square body S10 up here. See? The dead end. Oh. Are you freaking kidding me? That is a Jaguar XKE rusted within an inch of its life. Tucked behind a couple of old boats and an S10. Are you freaking kidding me? You know, I may have seen that for sale a while back. Oh, look at it. Just like a little cat tucked back in there.
Nobody'll see me if I'm back here.
Okay, I got it. All right, I'm going to write down an address here. Now, an XKE in that kind of condition, I know it's not worth a whole lot as a car, but it's worth a lot as parts. Blowhorn for service. All right, I'm going to remember that street address. Can you freaking believe that? Dead end, people. With a freaking Jaguar XKE. I can't really tell which series it is from here, but I can tell you it's a freaking Jag, and one of the very few Jags that has some pretty serious value. Oh, I will be contacting these people. Holy hell. It's safe to say this is a productive day. Got to pull over here. Somebody's wanting to pull up behind me. And I do not want to rush my way around that particular car. What? Looks like it's a project. A guy standing in the yard. I'm gonna go ask. Don't look now, but the Challenger is for sale. I should be getting a call a little later on today. This could wind up being a really great day. Looked like about a 70. Is that what you guys think? 70, 71? It's all apart. Don't know anything about it. What's there, how much. It may be so far beyond my budget I can't even relate to it, but you gotta ask. That's the only way you will ever know. Take the dead ends, go down every single road, and make sure you ask. As I was sitting there talking to a man who lives next door, a girl rolled up behind me and she said, yeah, it's my mom's car. So I gave her my number, and fingers crossed, people. Let's see what happens. The very next block, and look at this little short Chevy van sitting here. Actually, that's a little newer than I thought it would. No, that's a little older. Not terribly old, but would you think early 80s? Is that what you guys are thinking? Don't see many. Oh, man. The Imp. Oh, dude. What a cool little street. What a cool street. Oh, that thing is just... Oh, that thing is so just in the weeds. Even has this little aluminum cooler on top. That is a seriously cool ride. And right across the street, now I want to remind you guys that the Challenger and the V-Dub right there and this little wagon are all within 1 block of each other. Damn. I've never been down this road in my life, and I've lived here 10 years. Remember to take a picture at the end of the street so you'll remember exactly where the cars were located. Wow. Fox body ragtop. Got the 13-inch day ends on it. If you guys have been watching a while, you'll realize I'm into all kinds of different stuff, including, see that right there on the other side of the truck? Little farm garden tractor kind of thing. And then look at that big old hoss right there. This is just on the very next block down. So it's 2 blocks from the Challenger, 1 block from the Toyota wagon and the Bug. Well, not Toyota, Datsun. Look down low on that body. That's like 78-ish, but look down low. Really, like, man, that's really unusual for a truck in this area to have that little rust on it. It has the typical stuff at the very base of the front of the hood, cracking the windshield. Oh, I love those trucks, man. Love those trucks. My girlfriend hates when I do this. Let's go out and look at a couple cars before we grab lunch. 4 hours pass. I'm starving, but cars! Duh. Oh, that's a cool truck. J10. Got to keep those eyes open, man. It's like an 85, 87 red Z28. Back behind all the kids' toys. Trying to find a little bit of food at a mom and pop restaurant right now. I kept driving as I talked to my buddy, and now I'm like 30 minutes out from nowhere. This is sometimes when I have to just ask my GPS how to get back home. That's a good day when you get lost looking for cars. Wait a minute. A couple of things. First of all, what a beautiful piece of property. And then, what a cool old JD. Man, this is the life right here. This guy has it nice. 70 or 71 Dart Swinger. Got a buddy who has one of those. Of course, his is like an 8-second quarter-mile car. El Padrino Used Auto Parts. I'm going to have to look into this a bit. I'm going to go back down that road. The sign says no trespassing right there, which I wasn't going to go through there anyway, but I am going to turn around and see if there's anything either back in these trees or back on that road that was about, I don't know, 100 feet before. It's kind of a shame, man. Well, the most successful video I've ever done on YouTube was about an abandoned junkyard that no longer exists now. Kind of told the story of the guy who had it, his 2 sons, and just the entire process. It was such a weird time because, like I said, it no longer exists. All right, there's stuff over there. I kind of have to do one thing here. Because you know, when you're a gearhead, you have to see what's on the other side of the wall. It looks like absolutely nothing. Well, there's a bed to a truck. Kind of makes me wonder if there's anything going on right on the other side of that wall. Well, my limitation, my line of can't go any further is right up at that fence. So we're going to back up the high performance street Prius. Yeah, there's a lot of raw metal messed up on the roof. So because that sign is there, private property, no trespassing, all I could really do is just see what's right there, which is absolutely nothing. There's a shock absorber. Man, they moved out and left that perfectly good shock absorber there. Shocking! I truly do dislike seeing places like this that used to be a junkyard. And not now. Then again, a lot of the junkyards I've been to, like when they just don't have people going there anymore. So it's all cool to romanticize the thing about having a junkyard and all these cool cars are here and cool parts, but I've been there in the middle of it and I've seen that a lot of people don't walk the walk. They talk about how cool it is to have, you know, all these old 50s cars and all the parts to them and stuff, but they don't support the junkyard. They don't buy stuff. So it winds up just being that. Yeah, look up the video for abandoned junkyard. It's got like 450,000 views here on my channel. It's a sad story. It's a whole series. We go walking through there and see all the different cars, and I rescued a 66 Dodge Dart out of there and a couple other little things, but mostly it was crushed. I mean, they had stuff in there from the 30s and it got freaking crushed. It's 3:30 and I've still not found lunch. I do this. Dang it! Holy crap. Finally found a place. I'm getting some food up in this mother. Got really good chicken here. A lot of other stuff too. Oh yeah. Do I get a Doritos or a Coke? I think I'm just gonna go with a Coke. 10 hot wings and a Coke all in my tummy now. Gonna go home and wait. I have some Amazon parts coming for the 67 Mercury wagon. They're getting here tomorrow, so I guess I'm just gonna sit there curled up in a fetal position, waiting, longing, desiring. Remember, I'm doing my series of going across the South within the next 30 days. That will include Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, Tennessee, both Carolinas, Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, a lot of places. Here's why it's important to you. It's not just a video that you can watch. I give the information whenever I find a car, motorcycle, signs, anything like that. I give the contact information in the video every day as I post them. So if you have your notification button clicked, you'll see the video as soon as I post it and have a real good chance, if you're looking for a particular thing, of actually getting it. And I'm talking, I've found everything from 1960 Corvettes to Jaguar XKEs to a lot of pickup trucks, a lot of early Camaros, cool motorcycles, Triumphs, and Vincent's and things like that. So please like, subscribe, notifications. We'll hook you up. Thank you very much for watching today, and hopefully we'll get that wagon going.